Hello guys, welcome to the Tuesday forecast, and let's take a look at the euro and the US dollar. So right here I'm seeing a clear descending structure, and this, I have to say, looks very good. So I'm seeing this descending structure and I am looking for reversals. This does look like a clean descending structure, so for me this is high probability to reverse. We are seeing break of the low, retrace, break of the low, retrace, break of the low, retrace, break of the low and retrace, and we are seeing momentum to the upside. So what I will be looking for is for this to close good. So if we get a clean close right here, then I'm definitely setting my order and I'm looking for that reversal trade. So it all depends how this candle closes. I didn't enter on this candle right here because this was not enough of a break for me personally. So I want to see another push with a clean close, and then I will be definitely entering this trade because this looks very high probability. So what I'm also looking for is maybe we get a large impulse right here, then I would look for a flag trade, or maybe we get a push pullback, then another push. I would look for a break and retest trade. I would definitely look for a trend to start right here, trend to the upside, and then I would look for trades, because after this descending, I'm definitely looking, as I said, for that trend to start to the upside. So any opportunity I get will be high probability according to my trading plan. What I don't want to see a straight retrace from here. That would signal to me that we will get a larger range, because then we just broke the low retrace, broke the high retrace, and left a wick here, left a wick here. Also, what can happen, we can start to ascend from here, and then I would look for a reversal, but it would need to be a clean price action reversal, because then we are coming from a descending into an ascending structure, which usually signals to us a range. Also, if I see something like this, a descending, I would look for a reversal up and then a long trade. This would be great, because then we would get a smaller descending inside of this larger descending. So that would be even higher probability to reverse to the upside. So this would be a really textbook trade if it happens, of course. And the last thing I can forecast is that we get a V here. So we get a V reversal, and then I would look for a flat range and a continuation of the second leg. So something like this, I would look for this V, small range, continuation to downside, and then look for a short trade. And yeah, that is it for EU. So to sum up, this looks very good to reverse to the upside, and I'm looking for long trades at this point. So now for EJ, so the euro and the Japanese yen, we were stuck in this range right here. There was a reversal trade at this point, but for me this just wasn't high probability. What was good about this reversal was that we broke the high, retraced with just a few pips, broke the high, retraced with just a few pips, and then we did reverse, but we left a large wick. So if this was a clean close, I would look for a trade, but because of this large wick, I stayed out. This was a good setup, but not a really high probability one, so I wanted to see a clean close. And at that point, I didn't have a short order to reverse, and then the price actually reversed to the upside. So now we broke out of this range to the upside. We broke into the liquidity area, got a small pullback and continued. So that's a very good sign that we continue to the upside. And what I'm seeing now is I'm seeing a trend start to the upside. So we have one impulse, small pullback, second impulse, and I do currently have an order on at the inside bar to go long. But because this candle is now forming with a wick, as I can see, I would remove my order. So depending on how this candle forms, if we get more push up and then just price start to retrace, I will be removing my order, because then that would signal to me a wick and maybe a reversal. So I'm definitely looking for long trades at this point. I'm looking for a flag. I'm looking for a push, pull back, another push, look for a break and retest. So yeah, I'm definitely looking for a long trade, but because this wick is now forming, I am removing my order, so I don't like this anymore. But as I said, if we get that large push, I'm looking for a flag. Or maybe we start to ascend, then I'm looking for a reversal trade. Or if we get a descending from here, then I'm looking for it to break the low, reverse to the upside and look for a long trade. Or what can also happen, we can get a V reversal, then I would look for a small range and a continuation of the second leg, look for a short trade. So that is a common pattern that happens. So let me also move my lines just so everything is set up right. So we broke the high right here. Yep, so this does look like a good setup to go long. This does look like a good trend, but this candle is not forming in a way that I would have liked it for. So I'm removing my order for now, but still looking for long trades depending on how the price action plays out in the next few hours. So now for the Aussie and US dollar, this pair is heavily range bound. This is not showing me anything. So this is just stuck in this range and I don't like it. This is the worst out of all the four pairs. We can clearly see it is range bound right here. So what do we know when we see range bound price action? Well, we know that there are liquidity areas, some clear liquidity areas below and above. And what I'm looking for a large push out and then a flag, or a large push down and then also a flag. Since we are stuck in this range, I'm not looking for any trades in this area, so this is just range bound price action. Also, what I would look at is if we get an ascending into the liquidity area, which means the market makers are taking out people's stops and they may reverse the price down, look for a trade. So that is a high probability setup when we have range bound conditions. Also, same thing to a downside, we can get a descending into the liquidity area, which is taking out people's stops, and then we reverse up, look for a long trade. And yeah, let's go over so why there are liquidity areas right here. Well, liquidity areas are right here because people on the bottom are buying this range and people on the top are selling this range. They keep their stops in these boxes, so maybe below this wick they keep their stops, or above this wick they keep their stops if they're going short, and here if they're going long. So the market makers usually like to take out the liquidity areas and then reverse back into the range, or maybe even reverse the price, because the whole methodology they use is taking out liquidity and then using it to push their positions. So what I don't want to see just a straight break into the liquidity area and the retrace. I want to see a large push. That's why I'm always talking about seeing a large push, because I want to see conviction and I don't want to see just a straight break and retrace. Very important stuff, because markets do like to range for a long time and we need to be careful to not get pinged out of these ranges, because we are trend traders. And now we have the Aussie and the Japanese yen. So I did have an order on after this candle formed, but now we continued up, so I'm no longer having an order on, because this if this just retraces back, then this would create a large wick. So I currently have my order removed, but this is looking the best out of all the four pairs. This is looking like a heavy uptrend. We saw a small pause and a small pullback right here, but overall this is looking very, very good. So we saw a small pullback, but then we continued up with these large legs. So I have to say this is looking very, very nice to continue to the upside. It is a heavy uptrend. We are seeing 3 nice white candles, no momentum shift in the pullback, then a continuation. So what I'm searching for is either a flag right here, or maybe descending to the entry point. Entry point would be the inside bar, of course, as always. Or I'm looking for a large push and then a flag. If we do start to form an ascending, then I'm waiting for a reversal, something like this. We can get a V as on all the pairs and then get a small range. Then I will look for a continuation to a downside. Or if we do form a descending right here, Then I'm looking for a reversal to go up and a long trade. But overall, this is again looking very, very good to go up. I currently don't have an order on, but I am looking for long trades. So yeah, that is it. The market seems to be moving quite good, and let's see if we will get some opportunities. Maybe we will, maybe the euro pairs will also start some trends, and then we can get in on some long trades. So yeah, that is it for the forecast, and I will see you guys in the next one.